it all just comes down to when you put it in a blender, can you beat the Warriors when it all is said and done? And Golden State now 10 wins away, 10 W's away from going back to back to back. Which team that's you've seen in front of you has the best chance, do you think, to knock them off? And that you can include the Rockets coming back from an 0-2 hole, which is obviously a big task.
I was really confident in Milwaukee, the team that I saw down the stretch of the regular season, that I saw in the first round of the playoffs. Obviously, game one of this Boston series was a bit concerning. They had some bumps in the road in game two, and then third quarter, they flipped the switch, and we'll see if we've seen their rough patch and whether or not they got that out of the way. They have to go to Boston, 2 games now there against a really confident group, even though they're not 100% and no Marcus Smart still. They've played with a fire, and it finally feels as if all of the big plans that were put forth for the Celtics, they've seen the vision of Brad Stevens, and it's beginning to form again. You know, this Toronto team is very good, but any team I bring up is just going to pale in comparison to what Golden State brings, and the firepower combined with the experience, combined with the coaching. It's really hard to make a case for anybody else. And this hasn't been the smoothest road. But with that said, when they get to this stage, it's hard to debate. They are truly the best team in the NBA, and it may require Kevin Durant going elsewhere until we can start having a much deeper conversation about what team could one day replace them.
I'm not convinced he's going anywhere. I'm really.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not. I know that what the reporting is, and the latest thing is, and I know in our last conversation you were saying that the Nets are preparing themselves to be an actual viable destination come July 1st, and the reporting over the last several days is the Nets will be considered by the top athletes that are available, top free agents that are available, as if that is news. You know, I'm not convinced that he is. He's no longer the guy who joined the team that he couldn't beat. He's no longer that guy. He's the back-to-back NBA Finals MVP. He's got the best chance to do it back-to-back, two-back. Why in the world would he break that up going into a new arena? I'm sure they could come up with some sort of finances that makes him feel special. And why leave that? Why in the world leave any of that is what I think it's going to come down to.
Yeah, I agree with everything that you just said. It makes all the sense and all the logic that you laid out. But I think Kevin does beat to his own drum and is a bit of a complicated guy, not in a negative way, but I think he has some alternate views on this. Now, that doesn't mean that it's automatic and he pops up somewhere else because he wants to create a new image and a new era in some other city. I do think there will be some serious discussions. We haven't even seen Golden State make their case yet.
Right.
They still have business to take care of.
Well, that's part of making their case.
That's
part of making their case. The next,
win a championship, win another one.
You know, I mean, well, and as long as they can actually come to work and live with one another over the stretch of another 8-month slog, you know, to me. I don't know. It just seems to me, why would you? This goose is laying platinum eggs, you know, and I don't know.
You're right.
I don't know why they would do anything other than just do their best to keep them together. And they've got the coaching staff and they've got the front office and ownership that can make their case with another trophy in it.
And I think they will. I think the part that we don't know, and even reporters who have gone out on a ledge and have made very large statements about what's going to happen, they don't know, is the day-to-day interpersonal relationships and dynamic behind the scenes of how these guys interact and what the feeling is between the core group if they have another run in them. And I'm not talking about another year. I'm talking about another 3-4 years together to go out and try to make legitimate history. And until this season is over and this championship run comes to an end, I'm not even sure that they've dealt with it. The idea that Kevin Durant knows exactly what he's going to do right now is laughable. I don't think he does. I think he's also in a period of trying to figure out what his future is and what makes the most sense for the next phase of his career.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download The Rich Eisen Show app.